The Earth receives an enormous amount of solar energy, around 173,000 terawatts. That's approximately 10,000 times more than the total energy consumed by everyone on the planet. So, could we ever fully rely on solar power? To understand that possibility, we need to first explore how solar panels turn sunlight into electricity. Solar panels are composed of smaller units known as solar cells. Most commonly, these cells are made from crystalline silicon, a semiconductor and the second most abundant element on Earth. Silicon in a solar cell is positioned between conductive layers, forming a structure that locks electrons into place with strong bonds, which prevents electricity from flowing freely. Here's the essential part. A silicon solar cell has two different silicon layers. An N-type layer with excess electrons and a P-type layer that has spaces for electrons, known as holes. At the junction where these two layers meet, electrons naturally move from one side to the other, creating a negative charge on one side and a positive charge on the other. Sunlight is essentially made up of tiny particles called photons, emitted from the sun. When photons strike the silicon solar cell with sufficient energy, they can knock electrons loose from their bonds, leaving behind holes. These electrons and holes are then free to move, but only in one direction due to the electric field created at the junction. Electrons move towards the N-type side and holes towards the P-type side. Thin metal lines on top of the solar cell capture these moving electrons, channeling them through an external circuit to perform tasks like lighting a bulb before returning through a conductive aluminum sheet on the back. Each individual silicon cell generates about half a volt, but multiple cells can be linked together to increase output. Just 12 photovoltaic cells can charge a cell phone. Although powering an entire home requires many modules, solar cells are durable because electrons, the only moving parts, always return to their original positions. With nothing wearing out or being consumed, solar cells can operate reliably for decades. What then prevents us from fully embracing solar power worldwide? Political issues and business interests resisting change play significant roles. But focusing on physical and logistical challenges, we find several clear hurdles. Solar energy distribution is uneven. Some regions receive more sunlight than others. Additionally, sunlight is inconsistent. Cloudy days and nighttime severely reduce power generation. Therefore, full reliance on solar energy would require efficient energy storage solutions and improved methods for distributing power from sunnier regions to those with less sunlight. Another challenge lies in solar cell efficiency. Reflection of sunlight or electrons recombining with holes prematurely leads to energy losses. Even the most advanced solar cells convert just 46% of sunlight into usable electricity, and commercially available systems typically achieve only 15 to 20% efficiency. Despite these obstacles, powering the entire world with solar energy remains achievable. With today's technology, significant investment and infrastructure, as well as substantial space, ranging from tens to hundreds of thousands of square miles, would be necessary. While this may sound vast, consider that the Sahara Desert alone covers over 3 million square miles. Innovations like floating solar farms are beginning to transform the possibilities. Moreover, over 1 billion people worldwide currently lack access to reliable electricity, especially in sunny developing regions. For these communities, solar energy is already a more affordable, safer alternative compared to options like kerosene. In contrast, areas like Finland or Seattle might still face challenges in adopting solar power extensively. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more content.